Hein, just looking at Sanlam powering ahead, we're up 1 2/3%. Deserving of mention today?
Well, you know what? I've been looking at Sanlam for quite a while, and Sanlam's just been hitting new highs for the past year. That company has been doing extremely well, but it's also, I mean, it looks like it's starting to get expensive. It might also be the fact that there might be a re-rating in the market from rating them as an insurance company to an investment company, and I think that might also be what's been happening in the past year or so.
What about Old Mutual? What is your stance on Old Mutual? Pity people didn't pick it up at R4.50 when people thought that the company was going to go belly up. At the moment, R15.52 on Old Mutual, up 2/3%.
I don't know whether you can remember that far back. I mean, I think it was around about March last year when I said it's time to pick up and that we started to nibble it.
So
at
you
that
did
level.
buy
We
at that
did,
R4.50
yes,
level.
did. But look,
very brave move.
It was a brave move because there was a lot of guys that said it's bombed out. But I just looked at it and I said, look, this ship is so big, it can be stranded on the bottom and it will still last. It will still stay above the waves for a long time. And if it was breaking up in pieces, it would still be value. So at that level, there was a lot of value at that price. So it was just a good buy to do. And that is why I'm saying to people, when you're in markets like this and you see big companies like that at lows, you must buy. And when you see new highs, you must be careful to just jump in at those levels. But look at breaks, because I think there's strong momentum in the market. And the trend is your friend at the moment as well. Be careful.
So don't bet against the momentum, in other words.
Don't bet against the momentum in this market. It's a very difficult market to trade.
Structurally, though, you go back to the argument that we're seeing all this money flowing into emerging markets, and there certainly doesn't seem any end in sight to the money being deployed into emerging markets. Could we shoot the lights out on the local front? Could we go through the 33,000 point level and even higher just because we've seen a structural shift in the world?
I definitely do think so. I don't think one should get too excited at a level like we have now, because I think that we could see weakness again in the market, but we've broken through a new high and for the past year, and if you look at the past 6 months, we've definitely sort of in a soup bowl situation. We were now higher where we were when we were at the previous high. So it's difficult to say, are we just going to motor on or are we going to break down?